What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Dariusdotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right, and welcome back to another episode. So today, we're going to talk about how and why you need to stop living in the past. And I'm going to start out talking about something I've spoke on in the past. So if you heard this part before, please bear with me. We're going to get to the meat of it all in a second. So as humans, we have this wonderful brain, and our brain's main objective is to keep us safe. Going back all the way to tribal times when we all lived in tribes and didn't develop language yet, we relied on the past to keep us safe. We relied on the things that happened to us or what we saw happen to others, keep us safe. So let's say there was this body of water that we got water from, and one day a big alligator attacked somebody. Well, the tribe would definitely remember that and won't go back to that place for water because they knew it was dangerous. Or if there was a certain type of berry that was poisonous and it killed people, well, they would remember that and no longer eat from that kind of bush. And the same thing would apply for just about anything in life back then. Where to go during certain times of the year for hunting, for weather, you name it. And we relied heavily on our memory. And fast forward thousands and thousands and thousands of years ahead, and our brain still has this mechanism ingrained in us. And what our brain does is it takes these past moments of danger or pain or trouble of some kind, and it projects it into the future, and it makes us afraid of things that haven't even happened yet. And we tend to not do things, whatever that may be. And lots of people do this. They take past pains and they broadcast them into the future and imagine what that future could be. And they think this helps them. And sometimes it does, but in a lot of ways, it actually hurts us. For example, have you ever had your heart broken? I'm sure most of us have, probably all of us. But do you know this person? Maybe it was you. Maybe it is you right now. That person who had a heartbreak and it was bad. And of course, they don't ever want to go through that again. And what do? They let the fear of that heartbreak keep them out of potential relationships. They look for all the reasons and ways and the possibilities of how this new person that came into their life could break their heart. And they don't want that. So they do things that basically sabotage any chances at finding that person for them. They say no to things. They turn people down. They hold back their feelings. They don't show that they like that person as much as they really do. And whatever else they may be doing to protect themselves from being hurt again. And yes, you definitely should protect yourself. I'm not saying to just be jumping in and out of relationships all willy-nilly. But by doing all those things, you're potentially missing out on the one for you. You could potentially be pushing that real love away and out the door. Or you could just be missing it by not being available for it. And this same thing happens with people's businesses too. They have past failures in the business and have a different one now, and they project failures of their other business on this one, and they end up limiting what this new one can do out of fear. Focusing on the past is a form of protection. And it makes sense. It makes sense, right? It definitely makes sense. But the thing is, the last business, the last relationship has nothing to do with this one, with the current one. The past does not have to dictate the future. Just because something happens in the past doesn't mean it's ever going to happen again in the future. Just because you got cheated on in the past doesn't mean you're going to get cheated on in this relationship. It doesn't mean you'll ever get cheated on again. And how many of us go into that next relationship with our guard up? And we second guess their actions. We interpret everything they do, how they text, when they don't call, all because of something they didn't even do. And we have to think about this. So tell me this. Do you know that person who is still pissed off about something that happened 15 years ago? We have to start thinking about how this affects us, our minds as well as our bodies. Because when you go through something that's terrible in your life, think about that thing. Whether you got cheated on, you failed at college, you lost a job, you got kicked out of your house, a loved one died, whatever it was that happened, and think about how that felt. It was terrible, right? Now imagine if you felt that way every day of your life. Wouldn't that be horrible? To wake up every day and feel that way. The way you felt when you got cheated on. The way you felt when that loved one died. The way you felt when you got fired. When you found out your house got broken into. Wouldn't you hate that? When you wake up and you remember that event, you can actually put your body through all those feelings again as if it's happening right now, because your brain does not know the difference between something that's actually happening right now and something that's imagined. And I'll give you the perfect example. What's up, what's up, what's up? I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for listening to this episode, and to also let you know that this podcast is 100% donation driven, which means it's completely funded by you, the listener. So if you like the content I have to offer, I would love it if you can make a donation and you get to pick the amount. I left links in the description of the video as well as my homepage. You can choose which way benefits you the best to donate. And if you need more options, please feel free to email me at dariusdotch@gmail.com. That's dariusdotch@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for being here, and let's get back to it. So have you ever had a crazy dream, and let's say you're getting chased by somebody with a knife, and in this dream you are running for your life, and this person is going to stab you if they catch you, and then you wake up and your breathing is heavy and you're sweating and your heart rate is sky high? Have you ever woke up from a dream like that? Now, was that person actually chasing you? No. And yes, you can say, but Darius, that's not the same because that was a dream. The point is, you imagined something in your brain, and your brain put your body through it, and your body responded to it as if it was real. Your brain responded to it as if it was real. Your body went through all the exact processes as if you were actually physically being chased and running for your life. Now, if you can do that in a dream, do you think you can do that to yourself every day of your life by remembering an event and putting yourself through it over and over again as if it's still happening? I'll give you an example. I'll use the example of getting cheated on because it happened to me some years ago, and time had gone by and she found somebody else, went on to have a child, and is living her best life. And for years and years, I still had this pain and hate for her. I would wake up every day, and at some point in the day, it would come to my mind. I wasn't necessarily trying to think about it, but at some point I would find myself thinking about her and what she did, and I would get pissed off all over again. And this went on for years. So much so that I even put it in a song, how she broke my heart. I referred to her as that bitch. I'm not proud of that, but hey, just being real. And like I said, I wouldn't necessarily try to think about it, but the reason why I did is because I hadn't let it go. I hadn't made it a point to just forgive her and get past it, to move on with my life. And not until I finally forgave her did I allow myself to actually get into another relationship. It took way too long. And it's amazing how our brains can do this. If you don't use it correctly, it can really mess you up. And people put themselves through these things over and over and over again. And what happens is their body is no longer at ease. They go through stress and fear and anxiety all day long, every damn day. And when your body isn't at ease, you're at a dis-ease. You can cause disease. And that's why a lot of people get sick. They stress themselves and put so much anxiety on themselves that they get sick. And you better believe that's a real thing. So you can't let your past steal away from whatever great things you have in your future. So I have a question. Now that we talked about your past, now that we talked about how your past can kick you in the face every day and how you can wake up every day and feel those same feelings you felt, how you can remember all the bad shit and let it hold you back and let it keep you right where you are because you don't want to feel that again. If you can do that all the time with your past, do you think you can do that with your future? Do you think you can look at where you are right now and think about all the things you know you want to accomplish, the things you really want in life, the things you're working on now, and how it's going to look when you finish it, when you complete it, and when you have that success? Do you think you can take those future moments that will come if you keep on keeping on and doing the damn thing? Do you think you can take those future moments and feel gratitude for them in the present moment? Yes. Yes, the hell you can. If you can be pissed off about a past event, something that happened years ago, and be pissed for years down the road, you better believe that you can get excited for what's going to come in the future when you do those great things. Now, which one would you rather be? Would you rather be grateful or pissed off? Excited or scared? Would you rather feel hurt or would you rather feel happiness? You can literally put yourself into those feelings, whatever they may be. It could be 7 years down the road, and you can feel the gratitude inside your body right now. How proud you would feel. How you would feel to give your mama those keys to that new car, to give your family that first class trip. What would that feel like? And it's also important to get very clear on what it is you want. Being successful isn't clear. Be more specific. Making a lot of money isn't clear. The more clear you are, the more likely you'll be able to see it. And the more likely you're able to see it, the more likely you'll be able to trick your brain into feeling like it's actually happening. Can you live each day in as many moments as possible, because we know we're going to mess up, but can you live each day with as much gratitude as possible for the things that you will accomplish in the future? Because we see what the opposite is about. We know what that does to us. We've done that for way too damn long. Have it in your mind. Get excited about it. Be excited for the future. Not afraid of your past happening again. Wake up and, as much as possible, think as if all those things you want to accomplish are gonna happen and how good it feels. That's what's gonna help you get there. Not the fear, not the past. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. So thank you again, and let's get it in.